Hey, it's Tom from Pack Hacker, and in this video, we're taking a detailed look at the Trayvax Original 2.0 wallet that I've been testing for the last 2 weeks. If you want to see more videos like this, please give it a thumbs up so we can keep helping you find the right gear. Let's dive in. Okay, so the primary materials we have here are an aluminum front face and then a steel back, followed by paracord on the sides that hold this wallet together. And the steel is more reinforced because there's stuff like the pry bar here where you're gonna wanna have some additional strength to that so it doesn't bend and scratch up easily, as well as the money clip too. So that's steel on the back. Now, overall, I enjoyed testing this wallet. I just think it's really durable and very simple, but really well executed and an improvement on the 1.0 version. Instead of Velcro, we now have the paracord, if you're familiar with 1.0, which I think is a lot better of an option and easier to replace if something goes wrong. Now, let me just show you how it works. So there's this clasp in the back that you can kind of flick to open up the front side. And one of the things that I really like with this wallet that I think a lot of other wallets like this get wrong is card access. It's actually really easy just to quickly scan and fan through with things going on. Now, with wallets that you like squeeze and the cards fly out, or that you kind of have to fan out in a different way, this is just a lot easier in comparison to do that. So that's how that works. I mean, in terms of flicking it, I don't really do that every time. I kind of just have been like pulling this off. But I do like the flick method. You know, if you get used to it, it gets muscle memory. You can kind of do it from the bottom there, which is a nice touch. Graphic on the front, there are, some different versions of this and colors. Not my personal style, but I do, like that they offer a couple different styles and colors and things like that. So that's very cool. Inside, I've got, I think, 7 cards here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. Which I think is fine. You can really get as many cards inside of here as you want, basically. In order to adjust this, you just loosen the paracord. So I'm just gonna pull that loose and just show you how we make it wider. It took me a little while to get used to here, but it really does lock into place surprisingly well. Much better than I thought. So we can just kind of distribute that excess paracord throughout, and then you pull it out a little bit wider. It's gonna be hard to get it perfect for you here on video, but you can really see just how we can accommodate additional cards on the inside of this thing just with a very easy adjustment. Now let me just put the cards back in here so we just have a bit of structure for the cash clip. And it is a little bit wide now, but I am gonna pull this shut and try to attempt to close it. There we go. Yeah, so you can see that it's a bit wider now, but I can just pull this excess slack back. And that brings us on to my next point about the additional paracord here. In the video over on Trayvax's website, they said you can use this as a toggle to pull out of your pocket. Personally, I've never done that. I think that it's kind of, to me, it seems like it's almost more like an excuse of how to give reason to having this extra paracord, because you need it here to adjust this to be a little bit larger, but I've always just pulled this wallet directly out of my pocket by grabbing it. I think it seems to me like a bit of an excuse as to, how to justify this excess paracord. So you probably could cut it off or make it a little bit smaller if you wanted to. I never used it to pull it out of my pocket. I just grabbed the wallet itself. Then a couple other awesome features on this thing that I think work really well. This front part is a little hole for a carabiner. So actually I can just show you with the Night Eyes micro lock that'll fit in here. One of the things that I like about it that some other products with carabiner clips get wrong is that it's right up to the edge there. And again, it's steel, right up to the edge there. And again, it's steel. So really, I mean, that's awesome, right? You've got a lot of clearance there, and you can either hang your keys from this. So you've got like one package, so you just have it like hanging there, which for me, it's kind of awkward. But you could also like hang this inside of your bag. If you don't have like a separate pouch or pocket for it, you just want to hang it up like inside of your bag, you could totally do that as well. Okay, now since we are Pack Hacker, we always speak about things in a travel focused way. So I like this money clip, it's spring loaded, and these are USD in here. But when we get a wider Singapore dollar, for example, this is a 50. Let me just show you first how many bills I have in here. USD, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 USD bills. Set that off to the side for now. One of the things that you'll need to consider if you're traveling or using this thing is that this currency is a little bit taller, and that can interfere with the ease of unhinging this thing at the top. You can kind of shove it down there and get it out of the way, but it's less clearance than a dollar bill, a US dollar bill. If I just throw a US dollar bill in here, you can see the difference there. So I have a lot more clearance with USD than I do with the Singapore dollar there. So that's just something to consider, small detail that I noticed in testing. And then I love this. It's just like a double-sided bottle opener. It's like, why not allow this to open from both sides? Usually you'll just get the one option there, but this is both sides. So whichever side you want to open a bottle with, nice little finger grips for your finger to go ahead and put that in a bottle and just clip it off. And also it's nice, really where this shines is for this pry bar. If you want to grab it and use this pry bar here to pry something open, you can really get a grip on this wallet and it becomes more of a tool. And then I think one other thing to note is this wallet kind of looks intimidating, but there's a really round edge on the sides and it's very comfortable to use. At first when I saw the image of it, I was like, this feels like it's maybe gonna be sharp, but it's not. It's rounded, it's very comfortable to use. I mean, it is made with aluminum and steel after all, so no getting around that. It's not gonna be soft leather, but it's a lot more pleasant to use than I thought. And in terms of durability, I mean, again, steel, aluminum, if the paracord breaks or goes wrong, no problem, just replace the paracord. I think it's much better and a big improvement on what they've done prior. And then one final detail to share here is just this ID window. I think it's cool that they've accommodated for both vertical ID photos and horizontal ones. So whichever ID you've got, it's likely gonna work inside of here. So there you have it, the Trayvax Original 2.0 wallet. Thanks for keeping it here at Pack Hacker, your guide to smarter travel, and we will see you in the next video.